Now we get underway with our second pre-final of the meeting. Up next, it is Minimax. 11 minutes plus an additional lap of racing. Here's your starting grid. Cole Denham will start from pole position alongside will be Strawberry Racing's Albert Friend. Jacob Ashcroft will be joined on row 2 by the Czech Republic's Denik Babacek. Charlie Wolfitz will be on the inside of row 3, joined by Estonia's Nikita Lubimov. Rounding at the top 10, it's Oliver Warner, Ellis Bell, Tom Reed and Jensen Chalk. Isaac Barker, Edward Haynes, Albie Lapper, Kian Bernard, Oliver Meek, Canada's Ryan Gandor, Sebastian Lersch, Grayson Wortley, Max Gilman and Riley Morrow round out the top 20. Joshua Griffin, Adam Tudasek, Christian Sayerson, Isabella Stansmore Wilson, Stanley Clark, Emily Davey, Fraser Anderson and Miko Schwiers look to have taken the start. Kieran Stewart and Theo Bradshaw unfortunately not taking the start. May not be competing for the rest of the weekend. Theo Bradshaw not running anymore. So we will have what will be down from 30 to 28 Mini-Max drivers. Even with drop scores not taken into account, it's still 22 points between the top three. Denham on 365, Ashcroft 352, and Albert Friend 343. The drop scores will be taken into consideration from my viewpoint when we go to the final at 2:55 p.m. UK time. That's 3:55 Central European Summer Time. But everyone now in their respective grid positions. Kieran Stewart is on the starting grid. Theo Bradshaw not in it. So 29 drivers, 14 and a half rows of competitors set to get into the tram lines for 11 minutes plus an additional lap. Who will be one step away from the European title later on this afternoon? Well, in about 12 minutes' time, we're going to find out because the revs rise. Lights are out. We are racing. And Denham leads the field into the Bruno Ferrari S's. Straight behind him, well, it's been a carbon copy so far this weekend that wherever you see Cole Denham, you have got Jacob Ashcroft right with him. And now coming along for the ride will be the likes of Albert Friend, who rounds out the top three as the field saws its way over the Litchfield Bridge. We have got one of the Synergy carts off of the circuit, and that's off of turn number 3. As the field makes its way through into the outfield, the second of the two infield hairpins. And now look at the train of Minimax drivers heading towards the Fullerton S's. Most of them line astern, fanning out to 3 wide towards the back end of the field. But Cole Denham leads the way. Just 13 points at this stage of the competition, at this stage of the championship, is his lead over Jacob Ashcroft. Lap 1 completed. First and second separated by just a tenth, 1.4 tenths. Now Denny Babacek looks up the inside of Oliver Warner through the banking off of Uncle Tyrone's and gets the job done. And a little bit run wide towards the outside of Oliver Warner. I think that was Charlie Wolfit getting a bit all out of shape and nearly doing the Travis Pastrana Joker lap. But he still kept his nerve, but has dropped a few positions in the meantime. Now again, they make the run down to the Fullerton S's once more. And this time, there is a change at the front of the field. Cole Denham is no longer leading. In the meantime, whilst all that was happening, Jacob Ashcroft and Albert Friend are now running first and second. Now, both these drivers qualified for the Grand Finals last year, if I remember correctly, Jen Wade, who is on site, I might add, at the Grand Festival last year. Albie took the micro ticket. Now he's trying to get the race lead. And he's, oh my goodness, it's going to be nearly 3 abreast going into the turn 3 left-hander onto the Litchfield Bridge. And Albert Friend gets the lead. Denham back up to second. Ashcroft down to third. And there is Denny Babicek waiting to join the fray. And now it's really game on. Ashcroft back into the lead. Albert Friend to the outside. A little bit further back, Oliver Warner really getting his teeth stuck into what's happening here. Ashcroft stays in the lead out of the Fullerton S's. Denham, Friend, Babicek. Tom Reed Tom Reed from Strawberry Racing now up into 5th position with 8 minutes plus an additional lap still to go. And it was Oliver Meek that there was a cart off. The 167 from Synergy Honda factory team. Cole Denham retakes the lead on the beginning of lap 4 heading into the Bruno Ferrari S's. Oh, we've got a fight on our hands. And now Albert Friend threads the eye of the needle on the inside of turn number 3 to get past Ashcroft for 2nd place. Babicek now going towards the inside into the braking zone for the first infield hairpin on Jacob Ashcroft. The 122 from Western Supermare defends accordingly. Oliver Warner is leading the train that's behind. Cian Bernard is there. So is Jensen Chalk rounding out the top 10, I believe. Kieran Stewart is also, unfortunately, is now still running around the circuit, but Oliver Meek looks to have pulled the carts into the pits, and that's his race done and dusted. So, unfortunately, Oliver Meek will be starting at the back of the grid for the final later on. Denham starting to stretch that lead, and it's nearly 4 tenths. Even with 6 minutes and 3/4 still to go, there is plenty of time for Jacob Ashcroft and Albert Friend to close in on the points leader. As I said earlier on, before taking drop scores, which will be the best of 7 out of 9 results from the season, this is where things get crucial. So at the minute, it is Denham from Friend, from Ashcroft. That's your top 3. Babicek, then you got Tom Reed, Oliver Warner, Cian Bernard, Charlie Wolfett, Nikita Lubimov, and now going back up into the top 10 from 21st on the grid. Joshua Griffin has been scything his way through the field on the MLC Motorsport Croc Promotion chassis. The Mad Snapping Croc is the one that Joshua Griffin has currently got right now. Well, no, sorry. He's got the Birol ART. It's Jensen Chalk that's got the Mad Croc with MLC Motorsport. Well, he's actually with it's actually running with, well, it's got Croc Promotion chassis on there, but I know for a fact that Jensen Chalk is not running on there. Right. 118 gets a... Oh, Jensen Chalk, you've got a slap on the wrist right there, my boy. 5-second time penalty for pushing to be added post-race. So now it's a case of what happens here. How does the tale unfold here at the home of British karting? Because Cole Denham still leads the way. Up the hill, multiple changes happening. And, oh, Isabella Stanswell-Wilson, she's dropped to 28th. And she did start 24th earlier on in the race. But she is still running on the XP chassis. Run with Sam Pollitt Racing. So with 4 minutes to go, everything still to play for. Denham still leads. He took a win in the pre-final at Marienburg. He was third in the heats at Genk, fourth in the pre-final, second in the final, second in the intermediate ranking after the heats at Marienborg, second in the final that weekend, and took the win in the pre-final. He's the ranking after heats leader. He's currently leading the pre-final. But now, when you take dropped scores into consideration, how's about this for a cliffhanger in the final if it stays like it is right now? Cole Denham and Jacob Ashcroft will be separated going into the final race of the championship season on one single point. 3-2-1 plays 3-2-0. Now, remember last year? Tom Streleb, Boris Maximov. You will remember this one because you fought for the title last year. Boris won it by 1 point. And now, what Ashcroft needs to do, what he must do, is get in front of Albert Friend. Because effectively, with drop scores taken into consideration, that puts him into the championship lead with one important race to go. Top three covered by 4.5 tenths after 8 laps. We still have 2.5 minutes, just under 2.5 minutes to go. But how does it all pan out? How does it all end up? Well, it's going to go down to the wire, folks. That's exactly how a championship should end. Right down to the wire. And the top four covered by 7 tenths. So it's Denham, Friend, Ashcroft, Babicek, Bernard, Reed, Warner, Griffin, now up to 8th past Wolfit. And Estonia's Nikita Lubimov rounding out the top 10. Second season, I might add, for Nikita in minis. Competed as a Micromax driver for Team Estonia back in Bahrain. And hopefully you're watching Ragnar Virus. Where's your ticket? I hope you got one. Otherwise, you've still got to fight for one, haven't you? But with 1.25 minutes still to go. Now, let's not forget here, Albert Friend has already qualified. Jacob Ashcroft and Cole Denham, I think at the moment they have not. So if either of those two wins the championship, they book their ticket to Bahrain. Right, 2 laps remaining. Wolfit down to 9th now. Stanley Clark from Sam Pollant Racing, unfortunately out after 7 laps. Isabella Sansmore Wilson is the last driver running out there in 27th. There's now Albert Friend. Oh, Albert Friend in the meantime has got himself into the race lead. Now this is where it changes. Oh, Cole Denham said, no, you don't. Albie, you are not doing that to me right now. Denny Babicek could put the cat amongst the proverbial pigeons as the 155 of Charlie Wolfit gets through on Oliver Warner. So Denham back in the lead. Ashcroft still in 3rd. Albert Friend has just given Cole Denham a bit of a fright, saying, yeah, I might have my ticket, but I want the European title. That's how much it means to these youngsters. They are in. Oh, we've got a big off. Someone's gone backwards off at the foot towards the approach to the Fullerton S's. Definitely change of underwear required there, I'm afraid, as we're on the final lap of the race. And now this is where the fighting begins. You leave it until the penultimate or the last lap. Here at PFI, Cole Denham is the one at the front of the field. He's the one with the most to lose. Everyone behind has got everything to gain. Down towards the second hairpin on the infield for the final time. Now it's the run to the Fullerton S's. Denham still leads ahead of Albert Friend. Oh no, moment there for Friend, and Ashcroft has gone round the outside. Bobby Game corner nearly made it through to the lead. Albert Friend rode over the back bumper of Cole Denham, nearly gave Jacob Ashcroft the biggest opportunity, but Denham holds on. Denham holds on at the flag, and it was .117 at the checkered. Jacob Ashcroft. Jacob Ashcroft could have nearly pulled off the move of the weekend at Bobby Game Corner. He was high, wide, handsome, round the outside at Bobby Game Corner and just missed that opportunity. Cole Denham. Oh, folks. Grandstand finale for Minimax this year, just like last season. And you know what? I can't wait. So let's have a look at the results after that one. Cole Denham wins ahead of Jacob Ashcroft. Albert Friend rounds out the top three. Denny Babacek, could he be the one that puts the spanners in the works for one of our title protagonists later on? Who knows? We'll have to find out. Kian Bernard, Tom Reed, Joshua Griffin, Charlie Wolfett, Nikita Lubimov, Ellis Bell rounds out the top 10. Oliver Warner, Adam Turasek, Albie Lapper, Jensen Chalk, Max Gilman, Ryan Gandor, Isaac Barker, Riley Morrow, Kieran Stewart and Sebastian Lersch round out the top 20. Grayson Watley, Fraser Anderson, Miko Schreers, Christian Sayerson, Amelie Davey, Isabella Stansmore-Wilson. And Edward Haynes round out the 27 finishes after 12 laps. Stanley Clark retired on lap 7, Oliver Meek on lap 1, and Theo Bradshaw not starting due to not being, has decided to withdraw from the event on medical grounds.